Hey everyone, I am back and it feels so good to be here. Welcome, my name is Kassandra, if you just happen to be stumbling on this video. But otherwise, for those of you who've been following me for a while, you might know that I've been away for the month of August. So for the first time in maybe forever, I took a full month off of YouTube. I've been going really hard this year on YouTube. I've been doing this since 2014. And in 2020, I had all these big goals for myself. I really wanted to reach 1 million subscribers, which I reached, which is so cool. I had all these big goals and things for myself. So I really amped up my video schedule. So in 2020, I was doing 3 videos a week, and I also did a 30-day challenge. And while I really loved it, I found myself by June, I was starting to feel a little bit burnt out. July, super depleted. And then finally I knew something's gotta give. So I took the month of August off. So now that it's September, I wanted to reconnect with you guys and give you a bunch of updates because there's a lot that's been going on and there will be some changes moving forward. So I figured I would do a little coffee chat video to let you know how things have been going. So I guess I'll start with the month of August. Definitely biggest thing that happened is that, like I mentioned, I reached 1 million subscribers. 1 million. It's insane. It was really cool to reach that milestone while I was away. I had a lot of fears about taking a break. I was worried that everyone would unsubscribe or that it would hurt my channel, and kind of undo all of the hard work that I had been doing. But truthfully, when I look at the data and the analytics on my channel, views were up while I was away, and I was able to, reach that 1 million subscriber milestone. So a huge thank you to everyone who kept watching my videos, even though, you had to watch older videos. It was not new content, but I'm really grateful, especially to all of you who shared my channel and my videos with friends and family. I got so many nice messages from some of you saying, you've been with me since I was at 10,000 subscribers, or, you've joined a few years ago. Some of you just joined me for the April morning yoga movement. And, that certainly helped my channel get a nice big boost as well. So I'm super happy about it. It's funny because when I reached that 1 million mark, a lot of my friends were super excited for me, and they kept asking me, what am I going to do to celebrate? And am I going to have a big party? And I guess they thought I was a little underwhelmed by the response. And it's not because I don't appreciate it or because I don't think it's a big deal. But the truth is, the beginning milestones felt way more monumental. 1 million is awesome, but really, what's the difference between 995,000 and 1 million? For me, I'll always remember when I got 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, and 10,000 subscribers. That to me was the biggest, most intense milestone ever, because that was really, you kind of get a mindset shift with those beginning milestones where it's you really start to understand okay, I can do this. This is going to work. If I keep putting in effort, if I keep showing up, then I will, keep hitting these milestones. So 1 million was insane, but it's almost such a big number that I can't really wrap my head around it. It's just, I don't know, it's surreal. So anyway, I'm super grateful, but I didn't do much to celebrate other than get a big cake and a bottle of champagne, and that was more than enough. That was perfect for me. So for the month of August, people thought I was going to take a full month off of not working at all, and I'm just not capable of doing that. I'm a bit of a workaholic and I genuinely enjoy working, but I did take 1 full week where I did absolutely nothing. And it gave me a lot of time to cook, to do yoga, to exercise. I've been doing mainly yin yoga in my personal practice. For some reason, I'm just really not feeling vinyasa right now. Or more active styles of yoga. I've just been really enjoying quick morning stretches and then longer yin yoga sessions. That's what I think I needed, just because I was so depleted. So for the first week, I did absolutely nothing and just really treated it as like vacation time. I didn't even, log online or do much. And then the following 3 weeks, I started adding a little bit of work, but I wasn't on social media very much. So I had no work for YouTube, no video filming, no editing, no Instagram, no Facebook. I really got the opportunity to work on some new projects. Some of them I've been working on for a year, and I just haven't had the time necessary to like dedicate to them. So, I've been working on stuff for a year that I've barely made any progress on. So August really gave me the opportunity to turn all my attention towards it. And I have some cool stuff coming for the rest of the year and into next year. So for example, there's one thing that I can mention. One of the things that I've been working on or that I've been contemplating adding, so most of you probably know I have a mobile app, and one feature that I really want to start adding on my mobile app is live classes. I would love to be able to do live stream classes for the app members, but anyway, there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's super expensive, so I have to figure out how to be able to do live streaming without, making the app too expensive. So I've made progress on everything. Nothing is quite ready and finished yet, but it will be finished soon. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely make a video and, announce it if live classes with me and other guest teachers are going to be available. That's the other thing that I've been working on is, trying to find other teachers to come onto my platform and reworking that. Of course, COVID has kind of made that crazy impossible. So collaborations are a little tricky right now. But anyway, all that to say, I was busy, but definitely nowhere near as busy as I normally am. My days were a lot shorter, a lot more leisurely, and, I basically just spent most of my time cuddling the cats. Okay, so something else that's been happening. Right now, I am in the studio that I normally rent to film. So behind me, like over there, is the red brick wall that you guys see in, 90% of my videos. This is just the other side of the room, but I'm moving. So we bought a house. My husband and I bought a house. We are moving out to the country, and we're moving at the end of September. So like October 1st basically is our move-in date. So end of September, first week of October is going to be really chaotic, but I've been filming in this studio for the past 6 years. And, a lot of people think this is in my home. This is not my home. I pay to be here. I have to rent this studio space. And since I first started my channel back in 2014, my biggest dream, like what I wanted the most, I was always dreaming of the day where I could have my own in-house production studio. And you guys have seen some classes that I film at home. It's the room, like whenever basically you see my cats in the room, like those are filmed at home. And it's okay, but it's a really small, really tight space. And it's also just like my personal yoga room. So from renting the space, this costs me money every single time. And because I have to rent it for the day, it means that I always have to do batch shoots. So, I pay a lot of money to use this space. I have to pack up all the equipment, set up the entire space. And then I have to film like 6 or 7 classes each time in order to make the money I'm spending on this place worthwhile. And it is exhausting, which is why since day one, I've always dreamed of one day maybe having like a proper production space in my home where I could leave the equipment up, and instead of doing like batch shoots, I could do like, I could just film my daily yoga practice or, film every day or two and have my desk. Anyway, that's just always been a big dream, and where we live now just wasn't feasible for it, but we found the perfect home. I'm moving to the country about 30 minutes out of Ottawa, right in nature. And it has a full, beautiful, big loft on the second floor. And it's one of the main reasons that we ended up purchasing the house and really going for it is like, I could cry just thinking about it, but I'm finally going to have my own Yoga with Kassandra studio space. There's enough room where on one side of the room, I can always have the yoga mat, the equipment out, just ready to film. And on the other side, I can have my computer so that I'm ready to edit and transfer, because that's a whole other ball game, let me tell you. It's just like the editing process. So I'm crazy excited about that, which means that the amount of videos or the amount of sessions that I'm going to have in this studio here is limited. So I'm going to be saying goodbye to the red brick wall. I love the red brick wall. The studio has done me, done good things for me, and I'm super appreciative, but it's time to let it go. So I move in on October 1st, and pretty much the only work that we have to do on the house when we move is that right now my loft, which is going to be my studio space, is carpeted, which doesn't really work for yoga. So we have to put in new floors. So realistically, you probably won't see my new studio space until November, I think. So September, October, probably the videos are still going to be me in this room or me in my current, townhouse. But otherwise, then we're going to be changing, and I'll definitely do a little tour of the studio to show you what it's like. But I'm very, very excited. So that's also part of the reason why I wanted to take August off. When we decided to move, I had no idea how stressful purchasing a home was going to be. I don't know, I was a little naive about it. And yeah, it was insanely stressful. It's still stressful because we're not done, like closing date is at the end of the month. So taking a month off was a good way for us to get the work that we needed to do done in the house for us to sell. We were able to sell our current house. So new studio space coming your way. And the only thing I'm worried about the new home is that because it's like really rural in the country, I don't know how strong the wireless internet is going to be. Like, it's so far out that there's no wired cabled internet yet. Like they haven't run the wires all the way there. So we have to be wireless. So I've been wanting to do these live streaming classes. I don't know how well it's going to work in my new house. So that's why I haven't gone live with these live classes, because I need to wait until I'm there to test it out and see if it actually works. Otherwise, it means that I'll still have to rent studio space, which is not what I want to do. So still a few things for me to figure out, but that's pretty much what's been going on my end. So yeah, I think this might be everything I had to update you guys on. I just wanted to, do this quick coffee chat to connect and to say thank you for the views and for subscribing and for sharing my channel. It's really surreal. I mean, it's funny because especially this year, my channel has like doubled in growth, right? It's a funny thing. It's like you work so hard in the beginning years, the first few years, and like I really just hustled and put so much effort, and I made progress, but it was like, it's slow, steady, small progress. But what's great about YouTube is that like the bigger you get, like everything kind of escalates and accelerates, which is really nice because it does feel like if anything, the 1 million subscribers has just helped me take some of the pressure off. Not to say that I still do feel pressure, because I really am like dedicated to creating great content and making sure that I'm keeping you guys engaged and producing classes that you love and that are fresh and new. And that was another reason why I wanted to take the month off, was that I was getting so uninspired with my classes, and I felt like I was always teaching the same thing over and over. Like I felt bored with myself, and I was like, oh, people must be bored with me because I'm bored with myself. So that probably means that I need a break. And I just think it's really funny that what I've been gravitating towards more than anything is yin. So I don't know if you guys would be okay with more yin on my channel. I've had 2 shoot days so far. So today I filmed 5 classes, some morning yoga classes, and then some vinyasa ones. I had another session where I filmed a few like evening stretches and stuff like that, and 1 yin class, but I don't know. It's kind of all I feel like doing right now is yin yoga, like very slow, very nurturing, nourishing practices. So we'll see how that goes. Let me know what it is that you would like to see more of on my channel. I'll definitely have another 30-day challenge, but it won't be until next year in 2021. And I hope you guys have been doing well and taking care of yourselves. I know this is a really weird year. It's weird because I didn't feel, for the longest time with COVID, I didn't really feel like I was affected by it because I already work from home. I already have an online business. I was used to that pace, but with COVID, I really had to come face to face with just how much of a workaholic I am, because over the past few years, I've been able to travel a lot. I always made sure that I had some kind of trip, vacation, or a retreat that I was leading, or training that I was taking somewhere. Like every 3 or 4 months, I would be leaving, and that was my break. I was able to work really hard, and then I would take a week or 2 off to go do the retreat, the training, whatever it may be, and not work. But now, of course, with this pandemic, like, I don't know when the next time I'll be traveling is. I don't think I'll be traveling for at least another year. And I realized that without those forced breaks in my schedule, I just keep working. Like, I just don't stop. So I think that's really the takeaway that I learned from my August month off, is that I need to actively put days off in my calendar and also block off like 1 week every 3 months or so, or every 4 months or so, to just chill. Because, I mean, maybe some of you have come to this conclusion as well, or have the same habit, but when you work from home, the boundary between work life and home life is very blurred. So even though it's a weeknight, even though it's a weekend, it's easy to just kind of keep going because, I don't know, what else are you going to do? Especially if, you know, I can't go to dance class, yoga studios are closed, like I'm not able to do the things that I was used to doing. I'm like, well, I guess I'll just film more or edit more, or, you know, launch a new product or whatever, you know? So I need to get better with those boundaries, because I don't think I'll be able to travel anytime soon. So I hope you guys have been doing well, and I'm really excited to be back. The first new class is going to come out on Thursday. And then for the rest of the schedule this year, I'm going to do 2 to 3 videos a week. Some weeks are only going to be 2, Monday and Thursday. So that's always going to be there. So Monday is always going to be a 10 to 15 minute class. So either a 10-minute morning yoga class or an evening yoga class, like a quick stretch. And Thursdays will always be a full-length class. So a full-length yin yoga practice or a full-length vinyasa practice. So 30 minutes and up. And then if I happen to have extra videos that I've produced, those will come out on Tuesdays. And for the most part, those are just like pose tutorials or videos like this, like a coffee chat, a vlog style video. So if there's anything that you guys would like to see more of on my channel, if you want to see more like vlogs, maybe like a day in the life, or I don't know, anything like that, please let me know. I'd love to see what you guys are curious about and what you'd like to see more of. But yeah, from now on, you can definitely expect Mondays and Thursdays, sometimes with Tuesdays. And yeah, I'm super excited to be back. Thank you for the 1 million subscriber. Wish me luck with all of the moving at the end of the month. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of work, especially because we have to put new floors in for the yoga studio. But oh, I'm so excited about that. So excited. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. So I think this is it for, this coffee chat, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.